And so then we move on to messaging and content. So in the market position, in the second component, we've started to think about what makes us different. And started to craft maybe a value proposition. What is it that we do, and who we do it for, and why choose us? What makes us better? And messaging is really important because, again, we don't have the sales process necessarily, or we're working in conjunction with sales. What we need to ensure that what we put out there resonates with the humans that we're communicating with. So sometimes people refer to it B2C, business to consumer, or B2B, business to business. But we always consider it human to human, because even if you're dealing with a business, you're dealing with a person at the end there. So even if it's a HR manager or if it's the CEO, you know, essentially you're talking to a human. So ensure that you're thinking about that and the message resonates with them. And the value proposition should be something that communicates, you know, what it is that you do for them, and makes their situation better or improves the situation. And that's where we want to get to. We want to be able to get this real succinct statement that communicates what it is that we do and why we make the situation better or improve the situation or solve a problem, and who we do that for. If we can get that really succinctly, the best thing to do is to have that on our website, the first thing that you see. You know, we have about 5 seconds. It used to be 10. We're quite fickle creatures with short attention spans. We have 5 seconds to engage someone on a website. And so really what they want to know is what you're going to do for them. So if you can engage them in a value proposition, what is that you do, who you do it for, how you make it better, then you're likely to capture people's attention more so than if you didn't have that value proposition there. Good value propositions or unique value propositions explain what it is, for whom, how it solves a problem or makes the situation better, what the benefits or results the customer will get, and why they should purchase with you. Bad UVPs say things like, we offer great value, or we're a great service, or we are low cost, or we are high quality. These are things that other people should say about you, not that you should say about yourself. So you know, essentially you need, and this is why we trust what other people say over businesses. You know, these are things that we can't say ourselves. You know, we need our customers to say things. What we need to say is what it is that we do, who we do it for, and how we solve their problem or make their situation better. And that's essentially, that's the value that we're providing. We're not saying this because that's what other people hopefully will say about us. And that really doesn't distinguish us from any other people out there as well. So getting that message, getting that value proposition, getting it on your homepage if possible, you know, really nailing that so that when you speak to someone or come into contact with them, you can convey that value to them. This is what we do, this is who we do it for, this is why we make the situation better. And then you might talk about your why, your vision, this is what we're trying to achieve, this is the impact we're going to have. If you go to one of Phil's pitch mentoring sessions or his pitch perfect webinars, we talk about this, how do you craft the perfect pitch, and this is what people want to hear essentially. Then I'll come on to content. So content is really important in today's market because, again, people want to self-serve. So they want to have the information to hand in order for them to make the decision. So we need to think about all of the questions that someone might have so that we can answer those questions. We can preemptively answer those questions and have that content available so that we're enabling them through that sales process. So content also is one way that we can be found. So we can, rather than, you know, telling people we're rock stars, content allows us to show that we're a rock star. You know, if you Google for anything now, usually you get the little snippets or top 10 things to do in Melbourne, or, you know, people are putting together valuable content that enables them to show that they know what they're talking about, so that you go to their website for that reason. So content's a really useful tool, and especially so for startups because it's relatively cheap. It costs time, but you can start to write content now that will help you or help people understand what it is that you know or what you're an authority on. It also helps with your search engine optimization. That's the way that Google understands what it is that you do and whether you're an authority on a particular subject. It also could be sent to other people's websites, so that you could say, oh, I've just written an article on this, or I'm helping these people understand this question. So content's a really useful tool, rather than spending money on advertising, to be found at that top of the funnel kind of stage. It allows you to build trust. So people, and you might have people that you follow via email or a blog or even a vlog. You might follow certain people and you feel like you get to know them because of the way that they write or what they talk about. So it allows you to sort of build that trust with people. And people buy from people, and people buy from people they trust. So content allows you to build that trust with people because they get to hear about what you're saying. And it doesn't have to be you. It can be the company. So don't feel like it comes down to you as the founder or as the owner or even as the employee. Essentially the company, the entity that is your business, can write the content so that the company builds that trust. However, having a human there really does help because people, like to feel like they're interacting with another human. It helps to convert, so having content, and this doesn't always have to be written content, this can be visual content, it can be especially video, and video is especially important nowadays. If you've been on LinkedIn recently, you can see your feed's probably full of people using video. People engage with video more, the platforms are ranking video higher, so if it is that you have a page and you do video, it's more likely to appear higher in people's feeds. Having different forms of content helps you to convert too. So imagine if you're going to buy a product or service and there was a how-to video or an explainer video or some kind of video that would enable them to have their questions answered, or a testimonial video. So content allows you to help people move through the stages that they go through in order to consider a purchase. Offers proof points, so this could be case studies or testimonials, and often what we're looking for as a consumer is, will this work for me, or have other people used it, or what do other people say about it? So they're looking for that type of content too, so we want to create that kind of stuff. And it allows you to upsell. It could be that, oh, you purchased this product, you might be interested in this, or have you thought about this blog? Did you know Amazon, 60% of their sales come from the customers also bought section at the bottom, which is amazing really, if you think about it. And it keeps people engaged. And really when we get round to this side of the wheel, this is when we're starting to think about how do we retain customers? How do we and keep them engaged? How do we build this community? And if we think about the old funnel model, once they became a customer, we kind of forgot about them. Whereas in the new flywheel model, we're constantly thinking about our customers. How do we engage them? How do we delight them? How do we enable them to talk about our business? What tools can we give them? How do we get them to purchase from us again? How do we get them, part of our community? How do we get them to queue around the street so that they're going to, sort of create this energy around our new product or service? So we don't forget our customers at any stage. We're continually trying to engage with them. And content allows us to do that. Content also allows us to, sort of retain them. If we appear in their email boxes, and you all might feel the same, that you get hundreds of emails, but email is still one of the most effective marketing tools. It still gets the highest engagement rate because someone's given permission for you to contact them by giving you their email address. So you still get, the highest rate of conversion from emails. Although we're seeing an increase from messenger apps and live chat, which can be used at different stages in the journey as well. And there are also, especially for startups, free tools that you can use both with email and with the messenger and the live chat apps as well. almost importantly, is actually starting conversations, is actually not just thinking of them in this transactional kind of view, is to think about, again, creating this community of people that that you can talk to, that you can get feedback from, that you can have conversations with. You know, especially in social. Social is really important, not as a tool to promote, but as a tool to get to know your customers, to actually have conversations with them, you know, to create excitement, to have polls, to get opinions. You know, it's not just there for promotion of, it's really there to sort of gain feedback and to get data as well. So content's a really important tool in your toolbox when you're starting out.